Robert Young and Jane Wyatt. With Elinor Donahue, Billy Gray, and Lauren Chapin in Father Knows Best.
Oh, here, let me do it.
Honey, why don't we give presents that just come in nice square boxes? Hey, I wouldn't mind if old Santa slipped something like this in my stocking. Who are we giving this to?
Oh, that's Mr. Kirkland.
Mr. Kirkland? Honey, we hardly know Mr. Kirkland.
Oh, I know we don't. But he gave such wonderful presents to the children last year.
Well, that's merely a business gesture. He turns over a list of his business clients to his secretary, and she buys up stuff in wholesale lots.
Well, maybe so. There. How does that look?
Nice. Honey, we don't know this many people, do we?
That's for the Hicksons, that's for the Neils, and so forth. All friends of ours who remembered us. I keep a record of these things.
Oh, honey, I'm not objecting to remembering friends at Christmas, but I don't know. It seems to be just becoming a matter of bookkeeping.
It does get kind of hectic, doesn't it?
Why can't we have Christmas the way it used to be? Quiet, simple. A few friends in the family sitting around the fire, the kids hanging their stockings over the fireplace, and church bells ringing on Christmas Eve, carolers singing.
Mother! Mother! Oh, listen. Oh, hello, Father.
Hi.
Listen, Ralph's stopping by soon and away to do his Christmas shopping. So when he gets here, will somebody ask me what time it is so I can bring up the subject of wristwatches so he'll know what to get me for Christmas?
Betty! I'm ashamed of you.
Why? I'm only trying to keep him from wasting his money on something I don't want.
Betty, I'd like to explain something to you,
Later,
but...
Father. I've got to call Janie. He might call her for suggestions on what to get me.
Betty?
Don't get upset, darling. She's just a normal teenage girl.
But, honey, the whole idea of Christmas... Hey, do you hear that? Well, at least someone has the right spirit. Come on, I want to see who shares my Christmas ideas with me. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes. Rest, ye merry gentlemen, in a 1943 two-door sedan. See it now at Big Steve's used car lot.
Control yourself, dear.
Hi, dear. Pretty good idea, huh? Listen to this one. Start it up, Bud. Yes, friends, oh, what fun it is to ride in a 1941 Club Coupe with new seat covers and overdrive. Ride today on a low down payment from your used car Santa Claus, Big Steve.
Big Steve says Christmas is the best time to sell stuff.
Selling stuff is not the purpose of Christmas. Big Steve notwithstanding.
Daddy!
What is it, kitten?
Have you bought our Christmas tree yet?
No, not yet, honey.
Good, because I saw a real peachy one. It's purple.
Purple? A purple Christmas tree? No.
Father, don't get a purple one. Get pink. They're much prettier.
Any of you kids ever hear of a green tree?
Oh, they're so plain.
They look just like trees.
What's a Christmas tree supposed to look like? I swear I don't know what's happened to you kids. Have you forgotten the meaning of Christmas? Have you forgotten everything you learned at Sunday school?
I better call you later, Janie.
I remember when I was a boy, we used to enjoy Christmas in a nice, quiet way without all this falderall. My dad used to take me up in the hills and we'd cut down our own Christmas tree.
Oh, Father, what do you want us to do? Grab an axe and go charging up into the mountains?
Well, no, we don't have to do that, but it seems to... Wait a minute. Why not?
Huh?
Why not? There's some fine spruce trees up on Old Pine Mountain. We could be back in a couple of hours. And it might be a good start toward learning what Christmas really means.
Dear, how much farther do we have to go to find this tree? You know, we have to get back in time to deliver all those presents I have in the back of the car.
And I've got to get back in time to be dressed for the big party tonight.
We'll be back in time.
The paper said it was gonna snow.
I think we'll find some good trees just around this next bend.
The paper said...
I heard you.
Dear, if it is going to snow, don't you think we'd better turn back?
There's not a cloud in the sky.
Gee, Daddy, how much farther?
Well, I'm sure we'll find some good trees
just around this next bend.
Oh, Father, we can't even find the next bend the way the snow's coming down.
Yes, dear. Don't you think we ought to turn around?
Oh, for heaven's sake, what's a little snow? Just makes it seem more like Christmas. See how beautiful everything looks?
Oh, sure.
Look at the size of that drift.
Where?
You found it.
We're stuck.
Ah, there's nothing finer than a simple, old-fashioned Christmas. That's just what we need. Ice.
Sounds awfully deserted in there.
Isn't there any other place where we can get help?
I can see a telephone in there.
Where?
Well, a lot of good a phone will do if we can't get to it.
We got to get to it. We've got to get a tow car out here. Even if we have to break in.
Will we get arrested, Daddy?
I can't imagine anybody be fool enough to come out in weather like this to arrest anyone.
We've got to get back. If I don't get to the Christmas party, I'll die.
Well, don't do it out here. Wait till you get inside where it's warmer.
I had to give up $1 an hour for this.
Well, we'll be out of here soon. After all, it isn't the North Pole. It could be worse.
Yeah, we could be here in bathing suits.
If you call Big Steve, he's got a tow truck.
Deader than a doornail.
Gosh, you mean we're stuck here?
We can't be. We can't stay here. This is Christmas Eve.
I know it is, Princess, and I'm sorry. I had no idea it was going to turn out like this.
Hey, Daddy! There's somebody living here.
What?
See there?
Well, there's still some coffee in the cup. Of course, it could have been there several days.
Well, this oatmeal looks freshly cooked, I'd say.
Yeah? We didn't mean to startle you. Sorry to barge in on you like this, but you see, we're stranded.
Huh?
Yes, our car is stuck in the snow. We were just trying to get to a telephone.
Your car's stuck.
That's right.
Well, sir, you're mighty welcome. Yes, sir. Hate to see anybody having any bad trouble, but nice to have company on Christmas Eve. How'd you folks get in?
Well, we took a couple of boards off the front window, but we'll put them back.
Oh, that's all right. It's okay. I'm sorry that the phone went dead, but she's shut down for the winter. Well, hello, little one. Bashful. Well, I reckon I better fix you folks a fire. Looks like you all got ice in your bones.
Oh, just a minute. Do you happen to have a truck that can pull our car out, or know someone who has one?
No, ma'am, I don't. Won't do no good anyways. Drifting might stout out there tonight.
But we've got to get home, or we won't have any Christmas.
No? Well, now, did you ever think of this? It's Christmas up here, too.
Jim, what are we going to do? Now, all the children's presents are at home. There must be some way to get out of here.
Man's got to know how to build a fire, son. That's basic.
Do you go camping a lot and cook over an open fire and all that?
If you're ever up in these parts again, son, I'll show you how to find a whole dinner right in the woods. Have you ever smelled the aroma of wild onions stuffed inside a brook trout, simmering over an open fire? You ever tasted watercress fresh from the stream? Not your wilted store-bought watercress, sir. It's so fresh it snaps sweet in your mouth. What's your name, son?
Bud, sir.
Bud, sir. Good, straightforward name, sir.
What's yours?
Mine's Nick. Or it's old Nick. Or it's that old man. The name's a label. But the label isn't the important thing, son. It's what's inside the package that counts.
Look, sir, are you sure there isn't some way we can get a message down to Springfield? Isn't there a ranger station around here?
No. No, I tell you what, I think what you all need is some food. There's a lot of groceries over there doing nothing. I think we can find enough food to keep body and soul together tonight. And for our big Christmas dinner tomorrow...
Tomorrow?
Oh, don't look so worried, little missy. I'll try to make as comfortable as I can. And in the morning, Bud and me will go out and shoot a big fat honker, and I'll cook you the finest wild goose dinner you ever set them pretty little teeth in before.
With wild onion and watercress.
That's very nice of you, sir, but we have to get back to Springfield tomorrow morning some way. Besides, we can't put you to all this bother.
Bother? Since when are friends a bother? Special on Christmas Eve.
Fine Christmas Eve this is, with old Nick.
Boy, he sure knows a lot of stuff.
Well, if he knows so much, why can't he figure out a way to get us back to town?
Come and get it, kids. What we got ain't fancy, but she's on. Go right in, Miss Betty. You like that, son?
Boy, I'll say.
Well, hurry up, little one. The victuals are on, and... Yeah, what's this? Tears on Christmas Eve?
Well, that's just it. It's Christmas Eve, but Sandy won't ever find us up here.
No. That's how much you know about Sandy. I found out he knows exactly where you are.
How'd you find out?
Oh, that's secret stuff. But he'll be here. He might have a bit harder time finding the house among these big trees, but he'll find it. Come on, let's go and have some tea.
But even if he does find us, we won't have any Christmas tree for him or any carrots for his reindeers.
Whoa, hold on. Do you know what's going to happen here tonight? A big, beautiful Christmas tree is going to grow up right through the floor. About right over there.
Honest?
Honest Injun. Scout's honor.
Are you a Boy Scout too?
Tonight, Kathy, I'm everybody.
Huh?
I'm a man, I'm a little boy, I'm a father, I'm an uncle, I'm a friend, and a stranger. And I'm rich because you're my friend and because I own tonight. Get it all wrapped up. You put it here.
Yeah.
That'll just keep you as warm as toast.
See? By the way, Nick, how long have you owned this place?
This place? Well, if you throw in the streams and the hills and the trees, a very long time, sir. Ever since God made them. Better sleep fast, little one. Soon be Christmas.
Daddy, I want to give Nick a Christmas present. Would you like Butch?
Take it, Nick. She'd like you to have it.
I wish we could get home. Wish you'd never met Nick.
Betty. Now, Nick didn't ask us to come up here, and he's certainly trying to be nice.
I wish I could figure him out. Sometimes he seems, and when you ask him a direct question, he...
What's that?
Why, that's beautiful.
How do you like her, Dad?
Now, that's the kind of a tree I was talking about.
At least Kathy'll have a tree. Oh, I wish we had some decorations for it.
Nick, do you have any magazines we can cut up or corn to pop?
Sure.
We'll make our decorations the way we used to.
Hey, I know where there's some holly berries. Nick showed me.
That's the Christmas spirit, Bud, the real old-fashioned kind. Well, there it is. What do you think?
Sure is something.
It certainly is different, but it looks a little bare underneath.
Kathy will love it, Nick. And she can get her presents when we get back home.
Presents?
Mother, those presents you put in the car to deliver? Mr. Kirkland will never miss it. Come on, Bud, get your coat on. We're going back to the car.
Well, follow me. Nick taught me how to walk Indian file in the snow.
It does my heart good to see the kids being such good sports after the way I messed up their Christmas. I believe we have some pretty good kids there.
I'm sure of it.
Jim, are you and the missus any good at wrapping presents?
Oh, now, wait a minute, Nick. You mustn't do this. You've done too much for us already.
Don't spoil my fun. Here, you take these things and do what you can with them. I ain't got no fancy wrapping paper, but do the best you can.
Hello, Nick.
Hi, Les. Merry Christmas to you. Come on in, meet my friends, the Andersons. This is Les Turner. He's the ranger around these parts.
How do you do?
Oh, Merry Christmas to you, Les. We got kind of stranded up here, but old Nick took us in and fed us and warmed us, and now he's making a Merry Christmas for us.
Yes, I see. Nick, could I talk to you a minute?
Yeah, sure, Les, sure. But I know what you want. You want me to go with you and check the deer herd. Ain't that right, Les?
Yeah, that's right.
Are there deer around here?
Well, there are tonight, ma'am. You see, the snow's bringing them down out of the mountains for food, and we've got to see that they find it.
Yeah, Les is the boy to do it. He can tell you what the size of the deer herd is, what condition they're in, where they're feeding. Why, they think he's practically one of them. Yeah, old Les is the best ranger they ever had up in these parts. Yes, sirree, sir. I'll get my things together, Les, and I'll be right with you.
Nick's a wonderful person. He's been wonderful to us.
Yeah, Nick is quite a guy.
Les, who is Dan Crowley?
Crowley, well, he's the fellow that owns this lodge.
That's about what I figured.
But I thought that Nick was...
Just, how does Nick fit in?
Well, to be honest, he doesn't. Now, Nick's a great old guy. He knows more about these hills than any man alive, but he sort of insists on living his life by his own rules. I knew he was holed up somewhere for the winter, but, well, I probably would have never found him if it hadn't been for the smoke from the chimney and the lights.
I can't believe it. How did you find out about Mr. Crowley?
Well, Nick made a record of everything he took. The food we ate, these presents, everything. Ode to Dan Crowley, signed Nick.
When Nick signs his name to anything, he figures that makes it honest, even though he knows he can never pay it.
Well, what else have you got Nick for?
Trespassing, breaking in.
Oh, we're the ones who broke in. We took the boards off the window. Look, put the charge on us. We'll make everything good.
Well,
And whatever you do, don't let Nick know that we know. We'd like him to still think that he's our host.
He might have a bit harder time finding a house among these big trees, but he'd find it.
Nick, wait, Nick. You can't run out on your guests like this.
My guess.
Friends can't very well have a Christmas party without their host.
Thanks, Les.
How come a smart old coot like you gave himself away? You knew that smoke in the chimney'd lead me right to you.
Yeah, sure. But you gotta take chances when you're lonely.
You lonely?
Being alone ain't what makes a man lonesome. There are just times when a man needs more. You take like Christmas Eve.
And I saw his reindeers, too. Prancer and Vixen and Dunder and Blister. All of them. Honest, I did, Mommy.
Oh, I'm sure you did, dear.
They were right out in back and... Oh, Nick, guess what? Oh, Nick, I saw him. He found us just like you said.
You saw him? Where?
Right out there. I looked through the window and there he was. Had his big toy bag over his shoulder and his reindeers and his sled. Didn't I, Mommy?
Where? Natural.
And look, a tree did grow there.
Well, what do you know about that?
And look at all the decorations. I never saw anything like it before. Oh, Daddy, I feel kind of all shivery inside.
That's all right, baby. You know something? So do I. Merry Christmas, Kathy.